So for the last 3 years of my life, I have been waking up at 3:30 a.m. every day. It's now a way of life, and in this video, I'm going to teach you the techniques to actually waking up early at this hour, as well as give you the benefits and the things to do within those hours so that you don't go back to sleep. And if that interests you, let's get into the video. And I'm going to go back to bed because I'm so fucked. Yes, I changed my shirt. Yes, I went back to take a nap. I don't give a shit. And so let's start off this video to ask ourselves why we want to wake up this early, like why we can't wake up this early. Like we need to have a reason as to why you want to wake up so early. Because like to be honest with you, 3:30 a.m. is not for normal people. Like either you're some type of psychopath or you are building something very important. Either you're working on something very important. And so we need to discover why we want to wake up this early. Is it for business, school, or if you're very spiritual, prayer? Like, why do you want to wake up this early? Like, you need to sit down and ask yourself, why do I want to wake up at 3 a.m.? And honestly, I cannot stress upon this point as to discovering the reason as to why you want to wake up this early. Because, like, dude, maybe you skip this part, you get to the end of the video, and then you implement the techniques and you start waking up at this time. But then if you skipped this step, you're ultimately fucking yourself in the ass because, like, dude, you're gonna wake up at this time. You're gonna be like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna scroll on TikTok and go on social media, and then boom, you've wasted those sacred hours of silence, of deep focus, of deep mental clarity to social media, to stuff that don't benefit your future. So like, dude, ask yourself, why are you waking up this early? Is it for school? Is it for business? Is it for prayer? Is it for some reason that is very important to you? Like personally for me, right? I live in Zimbabwe and we have something called load shedding. You know, we're like for specific times of the day, you don't have electricity. Maybe from 5 to 8, from 10 to 12, like there's no electricity. So here now in Zim, right? Other countries do have load shedding, but then they are told what time load shedding happens. But here in Zimbabwe, we're never told. Like it's usually happens on a random. Maybe on Monday you have a whole day of electricity, and then Tuesday or for the next 3 days you have no electricity. Like, dude, it's kind of cuffed down here. But then, anyways, we do what we have to do to survive. But anyways, the reason why I wake up early, so early, is because like around those type of hours, electricity is usually there. Like from maybe 10, 11 to 4 to 5 or 6 if you guys are if we are lucky. And I'm now forced to wake up super early to now do the tasks and the chores that require electricity. But as time went on, the chores got less and less. I stopped going to school, but then my body was already habituated into waking up around these hours. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna still wake up at 3 a.m., but I'm going to do other things. Maybe I'm gonna read, maybe work on videos, maybe script some videos, maybe do this task that I need to be done at these hours. Because usually in my household, people wake up around 4 a.m., and I'm the only one who's up by 3. And so that is my reason to waking up at 3 a.m. I now wake up for a higher purpose. Yes, it started off for like personal reasons and school and stuff, but now I just wake up to work on my YouTube channel and my goals. And now you've discovered your why as to waking up early, as to the things that you need to do at that time. Now, let me give you the how to's to actually waking up early. And starting with number one, and I know this tip is gonna sound stupid and whatever and basic, but like, dude, this actually fucking works. And number one is put your phone across the room. Like, put it across the room. Like, dude, let me show you something in my room. Down here is like my adapters and cords and chargers. And over there, as you can see, is my bed. Like, that's where I sleep. And that, and before I go to bed every night, I put my phone on the charger, like literally down there on the floor. And so by me putting my phone away from my bed so far away, like when 3 a.m. strikes and my alarm is singing and ringing and making me wake up, I don't just roll over and switch it off. I have to physically get out of bed to actually switch off my alarm. And that is the first step to actually waking up. Put your phone across the, like, dude, change the place where you charge your phone. Make it a few feet that forces you to get out of your bed. Like, dude, this tip is so underrated. Like, I don't know why more people use it in order to wake up. Stop putting your phone next to you and actually get up to switch it off. Like, that's step number one. Find a new place to put your phone before you go to bed. And the second thing that I personally do to actually wake up, like now I'm awake, right? So what do I do to not go back to sleep? And it's basically, I do not go back to bed. I do not go back to bed. Either I go sit on the floor, either I go somewhere where there's light, either I go somewhere where it's very uncomfortable, maybe in the kitchen because the floors are kind of tiled and cold. Do not go back to bed. Going back to bed just basically ruins the whole purpose of you waking up at 3 a.m. Like, once you go out of your bed to switch off the alarm, do not go back to bed. Maybe go to the bathroom and look in the mirror and act like a giga chad, or brush your teeth, or do something that doesn't put you back in the state of going to sleep. Like, go to a place where it's well lit, or switch on the light in your bathroom. Go to a place where it's kind of cold. Like, switch on the light in your bedroom. Like, do something that doesn't force you to go back to bed to wake you up. But to move on to step 3, as like a preparation for the night before, so that you don't feel tired during the day, is start to sleep earlier, bro. Like dude, instead of sleeping at 10 p.m., start sleeping at 9, stop sleeping at 8, start sleeping at half 7, dog. Because like, for you to start waking up early, you need to have sufficient sleep so you don't feel sluggish during the day, so you don't need other things like coffee to keep you up during the day, that you have that natural energy to work towards your goals. Like, dude, start sleeping early. Like, I'm not gonna be your dad and be like, sleep earlier, sleep early. I'm not gonna hammer this point down. You know what you need to do. Like, start sleeping earlier. Start sleeping around 8. Start sleeping around 9. Don't ever exceed 10. If you exceed 10 p.m., like, dude, you're not gonna wake up at 3 a.m. And personally, I recommend that you start sleeping around 8 to 9-ish, because like, you need to have that 10-minute window of you already in bed before your actually bedtime comes in. And now moving on to the last step, and this is kind of like a mental thing, which is to just give it time. Give your body time to adjust to this 3 a.m. thing. And dude, I personally, sometimes I wake up at 3 a.m. without needing my alarm. Like, honestly speaking, some days I do not need my alarm to wake up, and that's because I gave my body time to adjust to this new routine, this new sleep schedule. And you need to do the same. You're not gonna start waking up at 3 a.m. tomorrow after watching this video. Like, dude, you're not. Just give it time. Give it a couple weeks. Give it a couple of months, and then you'll start to see that this got easier. This gets easier. So do not lose faith. Just be consistent and use the tips that I gave you in this video to actually make you wake up earlier. And with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share your thoughts, like, subscribe, algorithm stuff. Do not forget to live your authentic life. And yeah, goodbye. Kaiser.